In October 2012, hacker Aidan Pierce and his mentor and partner Damien Branks launch an electronic bank heist at the high-end Merlot Hotel in Chicago, with Aidan transferring the funds through his smartphone. When they come across a strange file and alert another hacker, Damien tries to find the hacker, giving them both away. Unable to talk Damien out of it, Aidan stops him by leaving. Fearing for the safety of his family, sister Nicole and her children Lena and Jackson, Aidan decides to drive them to safety under the guise of a surprise trip. However, on the way, two hitmen are hired to intercept the car and take Aidan out. One of the hitmen, Maurice Vega, fires the shot that crashes the car and puts Lena in a coma. She dies 2 months later. A year later, Aidan, now a vigilante known as the Fox, or simply the Vigilante, tracks down Maurice, the hitman, at a baseball stadium at the Parker Square district of Chicago. After a fruitless interrogation about Maurice's contractor, Aidan leaves Maurice in the hands of his friend, a fellow criminal named Geordie Chin. Aidan then hacks the CTOS to help them escape unnoticed. The CTOS is a system created by Bloom Corporation, Central Operating System. The CTOS supercomputer connects to everyone and everything, including personal information, security cameras and traffic lights, effectively making Chicago the most technologically advanced city in the world. As Aidan investigates further, Damien, who he cut ties with since the Merlot robbery, approaches him, requesting to find the other hacker from the Merlot job. Upon Aidan's refusal, Damien kidnaps Nicole, forcing Aidan to comply with Damien's demands in order to ensure her safety, though he manages to prevent Jackson from being kidnapped, and leaves him under the care of his psychiatrist. With the help of Clara, a member of the hacking syndicate DeadSec, Aidan tracks down the second hacker, a former soldier and current gang leader, Delford Iraq Wade. Aidan obtains the electronic key to Iraq's server room and obtains a sample of the data from his servers. He and Clara find that Iraq has secrets on almost every citizen in Chicago, even the mayor, effectively protecting his gang from authorities. When they come across encrypted data beyond Clara's ability, she directs Aidan to seek out Raymond T-Bone Kenny, whose hacking caused the 2003 blackout that led to the implementation of CTOS in the first place. After Aidan completes some tasks for him, T-Bone agrees to help decrypt the data. Aidan mounts an assault on Iraq's compound, making it to the server room. After Aidan downloads the server data, Iraq confronts him. Aidan kills him and leaves the compound. While browsing the server information, another hacker, JB Default Markowitz, infiltrates their system, stealing the information before deleting it from their servers. Default also leaves a recording that reveals Clara helped locate Aidan and Damien 11 months prior, which ultimately led to his niece's death. Furious, Aidan demands that Clara leave. Later, when Aidan confronts Damien about the loss of the server data, Damien publicizes Aidan's vigilantism, alerting the authorities of his identity. Eventually, Aidan and T-Bone locate and take down Default and retrieve the data again. Meanwhile, Aidan discovers where Nicole is being kept and frees her. Aidan drives Nicole and Jackson out of Chicago and into nearby Pawnee for their safety. Examining the server data, T-Bone discovers the contractor who ordered the hit that killed Aidan's niece, Dermot Lucky Quinn, leader of the Chicago South Club mob, notorious human trafficker, and owner of the Merlot Hotel. Aidan tracks down and confronts Quinn, shutting off his pacemaker. In his dying moments, Quinn reveals that he ordered the hit because he thought Aidan was searching for blackmail video footage of Mayor Donovan Rushmore, whom Quinn is associated with, who accidentally killed his secretary when she threatened to expose his dealings with Quinn. After Quinn finally dies, Aidan races to Clara, who is ambushed and violently gunned down by Quinn's men. During Aidan's attempts to track down Damien, he discovers that Damien has unlocked CTOS, allowing him access to the entire city. In order to find him, Aidan uploads a virus to CTOS and shuts down the entire system, causing a city-wide blackout. By doing this, Aidan reaches Damien, who is hiding in a lighthouse. As he confronts Damien, Geordie arrives, revealing that he has switched allegiance. Nevertheless, Aidan manages to injure Geordie and kill Damien. As he watches Chicago come back to life, Aidan accepts his role of the Vigilante, to protect and, if necessary, to punish. After the credits, Geordie calls Aidan one last time to tell him where Maurice is being held. Aidan heads to Maurice's location and chooses his fate. Aidan then uploads the video of Mayor Rushmore to the web, exposing his crimes and leading to his subsequent suicide. DeadSec releases a video stating that they are tired of hiding in the shadows and declare war against the Bloom Corporation and CTOS. The Bloom Corporation then announces that the CTOS, which has been deemed a success, will be adopted in several other major cities across the country, using CTOS 2.0. After the events of the first game, where a company, Bloom, installs a citywide computer system in Chicago that connects everything to everything named CTOS, San Francisco does the same. Basically, CTOS 2.0 now means that traffic lights, gates, CCTV, smartphones, electric cars, and more can all be controlled and seen by this one company, Bloom. A hacker named Marcus is mistakenly named as a suspect in a crime that he didn't commit and is convicted. He learns that CTOS harms many innocent people, so he joins the hacker group DeadSec to take down Bloom. The other hackers in the group are Sitara, Wrench, Horatio, and Josh. Initially, they have a bunch of fun around San Francisco by hacking into CTOS to expose corrupt politicians and corporations that exploit people's personal data. In order to properly get into DedSec, Marcus must complete his initiation test by deleting his own CTOS profile. Once complete and officially part of DedSec, he learns that a church called New Dawn is secretly a criminal organisation. He uses this platform and more across social media to gain enough supporters from around the city to power their mission of taking down Bloom. Eventually the group learn that Bloom's CTO, Dusan Namek, is feeding CTOS data into an international program called Bellwether, which controls the world's finances and politics. DedSec recruit an old hacker called Raymond T-Bone Kenny. Dusan Namek tries to quell DedSec by hiring another hacker called Lenny and her hacker group Prime 8. She tries to get DedSec to publicly declare their defeat, but DedSec turn the tables and sabotage her hard drives. The group get mixed up with a street gang named the Teskers, who end up killing Horatio, which raises the bar of Marcus's commitment to the whole mission. Later, Wrench also gets kidnapped, but Marcus rescues him. Marcus, T-Bone and DedSec expose corruption from Silicon Valley by hacking their data facilities. They learn that Bloom plans to install satellites that can bypass underwater cables, meaning that Bloom would be able to control the entire world's electronic data. The group infiltrate a Bloom facility and install a backdoor. Marcus himself breaks into Bloom's international headquarters to expose Bellwether and Dusan to the rest of the world. Dusan is arrested and Bloom is put under investigation. Then, in a kind of Marvel-style post-credits scene, two mysterious people comment that DedSec is becoming popular around the world, and they must put their plans into action. High-ranking DedSec chief Sabine Brandt detects intruders planting explosives in Parliament, so sends operative Dalton Wolfe to defuse. The intruders are from a group called 0 Day. Sabine and the AI program Bagley go underground. 0 Day's leader kills Wolfe and still manages to detonate other explosives around London. The British government enlists Nigel Cass and his Albion company to hunt down DedSec. Months later, Albion uses a network called Signals Intelligence Response to control London and oppress its people. DedSec slowly returns when Sabine finds a new recruit with the city's CTOS and assigns them to reactivate the group's safe house and Bagley. Sabine assigns them to find new recruits and gradually liberate different areas of London. They investigate the bombings that they were blamed for and discover that Kaz and a crime boss named Mary Kelly were involved. Richard Malik from SIRS contacts DedSec with a lead on 0 Day, namely Emily Child, the current head of SIRS. Child then reveals to DedSec that Malik is lying to infiltrate DedSec and supply their identities to Albion. Another bomb plot kills Child and allows Malik to take over SIRS, with the blame on DedSec again. With Bagley's help, the group capture him, but while they clear their names for his actions, they discover from Malik that someone else was behind the 0 Day bombings. DedSec learn that Kelly helped smuggle explosives for the original bombings and is now involved in human trafficking. They rumble Kelly's plans and leave her to be killed. They then learn that Kaz helped set up the bombings too, and that he intends to control London with a drone army. They expose his plans, so he locks himself in the Tower of London, and they kill him. 0 Day hack DedSec and steal their new tech. DedSec investigate and learn that Sabine was behind the bombings all along, even working alongside Kaz at one point. The only reason Sabine restarted DedSec was to get revenge on Kaz and recover what he stole from her. They learn that she plans to alter Bagley so that she can force Britain to give up technology altogether. To stop this, Bagley voluntarily shuts down. DedSec successfully stops Sabine's plans and kills her. End credits. The government reviews its relationship with Albion and DedSec have their names cleared. They restore Bagley back to life.